Alright, what's going on, everybody? This is Collection. Long story short, I was pretty much done forging for a while. Did a lot of pieces recently. I ended up getting sick, and I stayed inside, and I was just flying around some predetermined, pre-made areas of Halo 4's included maps, and I ended up on Meltdown, believe it or not. And I kind of had an epiphany on something that could and would work, and it did. And we've been having a lot of fun on it, so I think I'm actually going to share it with you guys. It's a huge departure in that you get to play a game that's not in Forge World, or the 3 Forge Worlds we have now. It looks completely different and fresh, and it's fun to play on, both visually and playability-wise. So, I did something similar on Boneyard in Halo Reach, and it was a hit. Got something like 2,000 downloads. It was called Refinery. Check that out on my channel. And that was a lot of fun. This should be just as much, if not more fun. So I'm going to go through it here. What I did was I went to Meltdown, a map that I don't play much, and saw these bases, and I liked them. And kind of went from there. So I'll walk you around here. This is Red Base. Very, very pretty to play on, and the lighting is superb. Very interesting architecture. So you have your weapon spawns here. It's typical stuff. DRs, pistols. Come up here. This is just a wraparound. Long hallway. You have glass windows where you can look outside at the beautiful landscape. And now you enter Blue Side. It really has a cool mood to it too, this map, because the Blue Side is so serene and calm. It even has a background track that's just soothing, and yet the red one is so ominous. It has a lot of character, this map. Now, I'm not claiming to have forged this area. I mean, you could check out my other forged pieces and tell that I am a creative individual and I do make my own things from scratch and sketch it out on paper, etc. But sometimes it takes even more brain power to take a predetermined area and now work around it and create balance, etc. So that's what I did here. And like I said, it's a great break from the Forge areas, and it feels like a literal on-disc included map, because technically it is, but it's totally different now. This bottom room I forged up here. The limitations were incredible. I have no walls to work with. I have nothing to work with here. I ended up using Dominion pieces pretty much to make walls, etc. So it was a challenge, but one that I really enjoyed, and it was a different kind of challenge than I'm used to. You know, I even left things like this open so a wire would come in and connect to there. I mean, aesthetically, I really wanted it to make sense. It's a very pretty map. So you got your sniper down here. And then, you know, you could run back red side. So I did have 2 teleporters. Believe it or not, it works better with 1. I did push it back, don't camp behind it, etc. So definitely play through it, see how it feels. It's a small map. Yeah, it's definitely bigger than it seems due to both bases being replicated. So it's fun. And another thing I really enjoy is that if you're in red base, I mean, we're connecting these through teleporters, if you're not familiar with Meltdown, because the bases are so far apart. And these bases are like a mile away. But yeah, it feels like they're back to back because it's a teleporter, and that's what I tried to create. There's really no other option other than a teleporter. But you can hear gunfire in the other base all the time, so you know to run over there if there's a battle. Like, it makes sense. And at the end of the day, for some odd reason, it just feels like a Halo 1 map. You could definitely control top, and people fighting their way up, and yet they have enough cover to get around. It actually creates some really fun close quarter battles, and it's a great place to practice your pistol. Everything I put down, I really thought about and tried to make sense with. There's a glass window here. It's really serene. And I think that's what I like about the map most. It doesn't feel like it was a forged map. It feels on disk. Because, like I said, it technically is. But it's a different take on things. It was a different kind of challenge. And I really enjoyed the outcome so much as that I'm going to share it with you guys here on YouTube and throw it on some sites. I think everyone should try it out. Now for flag, it is a capture the flag map as well. It's 2v2 Slayer, 4-person FFA, 1v1s, or 2v2 flag. The flag spawns all the way up here. This would be blue spawn. So flag is right here, and this is where your team would spawn. In typical Slayer, you'll spawn right down there, but in flag, you'll be spawning up here. So your route would go something like this. Mind you, when you have flag, you cannot sprint, so it is balanced. I got to come all the way back up here. Like I said, it's striking at just how much bigger the map is once you start playing it and having an objective. On screen, it's not a huge map because you're only looking at one part all the time. You're never looking at the full map at the same time. It's pretty unique. So, okay, you would have grabbed flag here, so now you're walking flag speed. Now you have to come down here. Now, it seems like there's a straight route, but if you're facing trouble here, that's when you're going to dip into this big battle of a room. You have height. You know, you could try to fake them out. Obviously, there's no radar. And now this is only half the battle, you know? Now you have to work your way back up. I suggest going this way. But again, if there's trouble here and they're blocking you off, you have different routes, 3 routes you could go. And there are flag indicators, so you always know where it is, and you would have scored. So it's a very fun capture the flag map. I don't know why someone in my group compared it to Beaver Creek. I mean, I don't think it's anything like Beaver Creek, but I kind of see what he means about the red and blue bases. So I don't know. For capture the flag, I guess someone got that feel from it, but that's not an entirely bad thing. That was always a fun capture the flag map. So here it is, this collection. There's not much more I could say about it. Like I tell you on my other videos, at this point you know if you're going to download it or not. So go ahead and do that, and definitely throw me your feedback. I hope you enjoy this as much as I have. Take care, everyone.